Rajiv sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, 1 minute, sir. Just I will introduce with you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Today we are privileged to have Mr. Rajiv Jain with us. He is Agile coach with Infosys, a Scrum Master, NESCOM certified master trainer, campus to corporate trainer, having 25 plus years of rich experience. He has delivered 200 plus of employability skills, campus to corporate, and corporate trainings in colleges across India and Canada, with multiple on-site visits to US, China, and Singapore. He was awarded by Mr. P. Rajendran, co-founder NIIT, for his efforts towards bridging the academic and corporate gap, promoting the technical writing profession. Now I request sir to please take over the session and enlighten us with your knowledge, sir. Please.
Thank you, Dr. Vishal, and good morning, Dr. Huda, all
And
the participants.
good morning, Mr. Rajiv.
Yeah, so always pleasure to be part of your sessions and always enriching and always some learning there. And
It's our pleasure as well, huh? Please.
yeah, it's mutual. And I was really delighted with the previous talk. Unfortunately, because of the network issues, can you mute all? Can we mute all everybody?
Just 1 minute, sir. Just 1 minute. Uttam sir, has you muted all? Dr. Rachna madam, please mute your mic.
আমার দেখা যাবে ঠিক আছে
Yeah, I think it's better now. Am I audible? Maybe you can type in the chat window if I'm audible. Great. So, unfortunately, I missed the previous, the last 10 minutes. Very great points, and something which I wanted to share with the academicians since very long. And honestly, I was not having the courage to speak all these words. I'll be very honest. Right, I wanted to share to take similar message, but I could not because I was concerned. Right, how the academicians will take my message because I am not the one who can pass on the message in very polite manner. So that's the problem with me, and I think uh, Dr. I missed the name of the previous speaker of DTU, Dr.
Professor Yogesh sir.
Yeah,
Yogesh
Professor
Singh sir.
Yogesh. Yeah, so Professor Yogesh touched base all the points which I wanted to share with most of the academicians since very long. He talked about innovation, he talked about experimentation and maturing yourself, coming out of your comfort zone. All these things are very, very, very important. We are following the same system religiously since very long without even looking left and right. Going on the same track without knowing where this track is leading us to. Somebody asked us to follow the track, and we are doing this religiously for last so many decades. Now is the time for us to innovate. I give you one very, very small example. Right? For 20 years, a student is taught answer of this question is this. Do not change the wordings. Do not increase the length. Do not decrease the length. Do not change the wordings. And from last 20 years, students is accepting there is one answer to a one question. You cannot have multiple answers to a question. And then some fine day, a corporate recruiter might like me comes into you can't innovate. You are following the same thing. This is what we have been teaching to him from last 20 years. We have been killing the innovation of that individual over the last 20 years. What is the problem is not with the child, problem is with the system which we have been imposing on those particular students. You are the torch bearers. You are the one who can change anything. For you, For students, you are the second God. So if you are not innovating, how the students will innovate? We are always concerned, if we allow them to innovate, they may come back with the questions and we may not have answer to those questions. Nobody will have answer to every single question. Just see, they are poking you, provoking you to learn more of your own domain. And now is the opportunity for you to make best of it. The world of the blended learning. Gone are the days when you had to follow a straight approach recommended by AICT and UGC. Professor Huda, I think you are the right person to take this message to these bodies also. Professor Yogesh, take this message to the bodies. You must have seen the flood of webinars across the globe, not just India, across the globe. Everybody thinking I may get one or two API point and I may get promotion. You will be surprised. 40% of my participants in these colleges are only for the certificate. And same thing is followed by the students also. They attend my session on the interview techniques, interview tips, and then ask, sir, will you give me the certificate of participation of interview? Arey, yeah, nobody is going to check the certificate. Everybody is going to check how are you going to present yourself in the interview. So you are the one who need to start the change, and this is the right moment. Pushpanjali ji, if it's clear for one, then then there is could be a network issue for others. So maybe somebody need to check. Okay, so let's start with the content which we are expected today, and let me know once you're able to see my screen. Maybe you can type in the chat window if my screen is clear to you, visible to you. Great, thank you. Okay, guys, so as the topic says, best teaching practices for the virtual classroom. I welcome you all once again to my this session. This is something which I've been doing for more than a decade. I've been conducting the online sessions way back from 2008 onwards, almost 12 plus years when I first conducted any online session for the global audience. So it's been almost 12 years, and this is what I'm going to share with you today. Some of the things may resonate with you, some of the things may not resonate with you, because corporate training versus corporate teaching, it is a bit different from the academic teaching. Still, there are things which you can learn. There are points which I can share, because I've conducted hundreds of online sessions for the colleges also. And I think first session for any colleges was way back in 2012. That was for a Canada-based college, right? And the Seneca College, if you might have heard the name. So that was in 2012. And I think none of the Indian colleges had thought of any online session. None means majority. It's not at every single college. Till 2020 March 17. After the lockdown, things started. And first session in any Indian college was with the Lakshmi Bai College, Delhi University. That was almost 3 years back. I think 2017. That was my first online session for any college in India. Okay, so moving on. I'm skipping my thing because we already have covered many things. So moving on. Okay, so what is I'm planning to cover today? Some of the surveys which I've conducted on the online teaching, some of the expectations. What should be the online teaching approach for you? Some of tips and recap we are going to cover today. This is the plan for the day. Uh, Before this, some of my initiatives which I want to share with you. If any of you are interested, you can check reach online on any of these things. One is just evaluate my skills. I'm sure some of you must be knowing some of the big organizations recently announced they will not consider degree as a shortlisting criteria for any candidates. They will be evaluating their skills. And based on that, I came up with an initiative called Just Evaluate My Skills. So if you know any student in your network who has skills but not the right degree, maybe 10th pass out, 12th pass out, or maybe doing BA Hindi honors and want to become a programmer or want to be a media person, or could be anything, right? So please connect that individual to us. My sincere request to all of you. And there is a Facebook page for this also. Mentors Cafe. If any of you are looking for mentors or if you want to mentor somebody, you can join Mentors Cafe. There's another initiative called Kisan Awareness Program. The most, uh, what should I say, right? The only community of India who has not seen any ups and downs, right? They are always down and down. And they are the one who are really needy and they don't get any, majority of them don't get any benefits. So this is for that particular one. Simplifying campus to corporate journey. If any of you are interested in the technical writing, you can join the API interest group. I also have an initiative called Group of International Volunteers with the name of Givers. You can join that. Crazy tips for the professional interview tips for professionals as well as the freshers, and my own FDP.MDP group having 8,500 plus members from 90 plus countries. If you are not the member, you are most welcome to join this group. So these are some of my initiatives. You can reach any of these things part. So coming back to COVID-19, which resulted into online classes for you. So maybe you can type your answer in the chat window. Work from home after about 2.5 months. Is it frustrating? You're still enjoying? How is it? Is it a mixed feeling? Maybe you can type your reply in the chat window. What if you come to know that lockdown extended for another 1 month, maybe till July and or August end? So admin enjoyed his past. We are looking for future. What will happen if lockdown gets extended for another 2 months? So Dr. Ramandeep and Vaishali is having mixed feeling. Response from students and is not motivating. That's interesting. Enjoying working from home, mixed feelings. Well, it is good. So majority of you have mixed feeling and maybe based on your own experiences, based on your own circumstances, you are having things. It's a mixed feeling. Definitely, world will not be same normal what it was, especially the academic line. Online is going to be the new normal for academicians. And with online, experimentation and innovation comes into the picture, which Dr. Yogesh was referring to. When it is experimenting, this is what India actually needs. Be it anywhere, right? Given all the points which Dr. Yogesh referred to, all these points are very relevant. But again, you cannot start everything on day one. Start taking the baby steps. Start taking the baby steps. As for Rashmi, hectic for ladies, managing kids, agreed. So at least I'm helping my wife in some of the things. Okay, we also don't have. So I think most of us that we taught in the European world, right, how not to shake hands, how to greet with a namaste. They also taught us how to live without mates, isn't it? Right? How how to live without any helpers, how to work our work on our own without taking any help. They also taught many things to us. That COVID thing, right? And they were doing this part, we were not doing this part. Okay, we were not able to interact with many people. Not good for kids. Yes, everything is there. It's a mixed feeling. Okay, so some of the surveys I want to share, which I conducted in my FDP group. Uh, Most of the participants said 88% already started or planning to start the online teaching, and only around 12% said they have not finalized. And those 12% were actually only the government colleges, not the private one. Very true, Dr. Savita. We should adapt. Yes, everything it has pros and cons, Nitish. For more insight on the service, what are the challenges they're facing? Students not engaged 25%. Networking technology issues. 72% voted issues. Networking and technology is the biggest issue. Faculty students not trained for online sessions. Students not serious. Difficult to create engaging content. Not easy to keep track of students. High expectations from college management. Students not turning up on time. So mix things, right? So the top take are students not serious, faculty not trained, students not turning up, missing interactions, difficult to create engaging content, networking and technology issues. For sure, we cannot change the infrastructure through our teaching, but you can create those that workforce which over a period of time can create that infrastructure, and this is only in your hand, because you are the one who are going to create future people who will provide the infrastructure to us so that things are normal few years down the line. Surely it's not going to be easy on day one. Great, Dr. Anshu. So if you have something, maybe we can collaborate offline and share those things. You'll be surprised that even we lose this part, right? I am in Gurgaon, right? Best place. We have the fiber network in my home, and just 5 minutes back, I was not able to connect, right? So forget about any remote village. I'm talking about the IT city with the fiber network, and we are having problems. So it happens everywhere. Forget about the remote areas. Okay. So some of the key challenges: student not exchange, not engaged. Extended sessions become boring. Learning is not happening. Content creation is a challenge. Many of you voted for this part. Content creation is a challenge, and faculty not groomed. So for me, most of the faculty members are like a fresher in the world of online teaching. They have most of you have experience of less than 3 months in online teaching. There are people who have been doing this previously also, but majority of you have less than 3 months experience. And in our corporate world, we call these as the freshers part, who are learning or taking the big baby steps to attain new heights. But again, uh, you are fresher to this domain. You are not fresher to teaching. So your journey will be much faster as compared to others, because you are not, you're just trying to learn the tool. You're not trying to learn the teaching part, right? So your that experience will take you much faster as rest of the crowd. Okay, so some of the expectations in the previous surveys, we could not conduct the survey this time with you guys because I was occupied in many other activities. We want to have tips on how to create the engaging content, tips on effective way of teaching. We also want to know whether commonly used tools for teaching, some practical implementation, knowledge, experience, motivation. Any of you have any other one expectation? You can type only one. Type only one expectation. I'll see if I can cover any of those. If not in detail, at least I'll share some tips on whatever I can do in the remaining 1 hour. So you can type your expectations in the chat window. I'm sure none of you want this for your specific class. what you need to do to ensure this does not happen in your class. This is what I'm going to share in next 1 hour. In content, practicals part. Is there any difference between the two? Are there any similarities between the two? Classroom teaching versus online teaching. What are the similarity and what is the difference? Maybe you can type your replies in the chat window. What is the similarity and what is the difference? And then I'll come to know why I'm asking this question. So, Mausumji, the online examination we are not covering in this particular session. So we are only covering the teaching aspects, not the evaluation aspect. Similarity is the delivering content. Very true, Dr. Mandi. Students are not scared. Yeah, they don't have anything, right? They are at their ease. They are enjoying their journey, the time. The difference is we don't get what the student is learning. Okay. It's lively class, less interaction. Students creating chaos, understand whether they are attentive, expressing in the online sessions. Because you're not able to figure out whether they're engaged or not. Purpose got not fulfilled, teachers work in increase, not completely knowledge sharing, face-to-face interaction is also important. So Dr. Ramandeep is the most active person which I can see in the here, right? Dr. Mani, Jigyasa, anything you want to share on this part? So as per Preetikar, live experience is collective. Kabir says connecting to online classes, they can engage. They're not able to. That so all of you understand the differences between the two. So I'm not going to teach teaching to you. You are much better than me in teaching part. I'm just going to share how to use the tool to tweak your existing way of teaching. That is the only thing which I'm going to share. I am not the right person to teach you teaching. All of you, if not all, most of you are highly equipped than me, much better than me in teaching part. Less interaction, less interaction. So for all those who are pointing out this part, even I heard from many other academicians previously, interaction is less. Just see my way of conducting an online session. I'm trying to include, engage you. I don't know you. Still, I'm trying to engage you. You know your students. It will be much easier for you to engage the students. So, if you are my students today, what am I doing to engage you? I'm sure this will be much easier for you than me because you already know your students. I even don't know you. I even don't know your name. So, in reality, this session is a real practical session for you to experiment with your student. Just like Dr. Yogesh was saying, try to experiment. This is the real demo which you can take to your classes to experiment with your students. Yes, Dr. Shrikant, right? Dr. Anupam, good point, right? Now, this is what I'm going to cover today. Before session, during session, and after session. And these things, can somebody go on mute? Somebody, okay? So, in these three headings, I'll cover majority of the things, and the practical is already there because this session is also a practical session. Okay. This is the best part of this session, that I am doing everything practically. Now, before the session, any guesses from any one of you? What groundwork you have to do before the session? Anybody? What all groundwork you do? Content, target audience, reference show. Target audience for you is your students, right? Eh, do you change that based on the students, right? Chances are not. So, Dr. Anshu, if I'm not wrong, maybe I'll take it offline. There are things which I need to discuss on this topic, which are referring to, right? Prepare the material, interactive PPT, interactive more and more will be beneficial. Prepare content, notes, content, study material. So most of you are referring to the managing delivery of content in prescribed time. Dr. Amandeep, will you like to unmute yourself and share this point? Please. So most of you are referring to the content only. Dr. Amandeep, I'll forward to your site.
Good morning, everyone.
You're
Am I
not
audible to
audible.
everyone?
Yes, there is a disturbance in the sound. Maybe some fan or something rolling around.
Uh, just a minute. Yeah, it is audible. Just a minute. Is it fine now, sir? Is it better now?
Yeah, it's much better, but you will be feeling it now. So maybe you can
No,
finish
that's
it up
okay.
fast.
That's okay,
Yeah,
sir.
please.
Sir, actually, well, uh, just 2 months back, we were just engaged in our employability boot camp in our university, and basically, we were given 1.5 hour to deliver our content, and we were using Zoom Pro. And basically, it was exactly that how there was too much of the content, and before the delivery of our sessions, we do have to spend a lot of time in managing the things. Okay, I have to perform. I have to like discuss this first question, then I will come to this one, then I have to come to this question, and accordingly, I have to engage my students also. But the problem that I actually face is that the way we all are interacting right now with you, students generally don't, get engaged so easily. They feel that this is not required, even though we are trying our level best to make our content so well that it should be directly fruitful to them. But still, some of them are not engaged properly. So a lot of homework has to be done on our part. Maybe I used to spend 3 to 4 hours before taking my session.
So very good point, Dr. Ramandeep, and thank you for sharing this part. Dr.
Thank you, sir.
Anshu, would you like to share your experience on the time management and small activities? What is the groundwork in this?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, by this, what I mean that because we as a teacher have the habit of keep talking. So when we come to online classes, I mean, it's not possible for everyone to be visible to the faculty because we have almost 45 to 50 students. So we have to take care that we have small activities between the slides or whatever content we are delivering. Generally, I deal with the programming languages. So what we do, we take a break, and even online also, we take a break. I take them to some websites where they'll find already the codes are given. So what they can do is they practice it themselves, or even I provide them with the code. So then we again switch to theoretical part, and then again we do the practical. So this helps them. It's not like continuously delivering because generally people feel it's difficult to do practicals online. But my experience, Zoom supported a lot for
Excellent.
me. We could share the screen. Even I could access students' screen to solve their errors. So
Excellent.
it was beneficial. And when it comes to theoretical subjects, like I have a subject for where we have lots of diagrams in that.
Mhm.
So what I used to do, I used to work on Word and draw small diagrams, and in fact make it interesting for them so that they start laughing at the diagrams also. I mean, purposefully I was doing that. Oh, I'm not able to
Excellent.
do it.
Excellent point.
So-
Excellent point. I really like this part. Purposefully creating a diagram to make them laugh. A beautiful point. Very important point. And we'll touch base this point once again, Dr. Anshu. Thank you so much for all this, Dr. Anshu and Dr. Mandip. Thank you so much for sharing these points. These were very good point. So, as most of you pointed out, the groundwork is the content creation. Right? That is the one thing that you have been doing, and you also shared some of the experiences on this part. So, my first point is also the content creation part, and here my experience is most of you, not just most of you, every single person should attend a session on the technical writing, should attend a session on the technical writing. That's very important. This is one of the most neglected areas in our curriculum, right? We have in some of the universities, they do have the technical writing, but the only thing they teach is the grammar, punctuation, tenses, right? You have limited questions, 1 2 3 4 7. Out of 7, these 4 will come in the examination, and you will clear technical communication exam very easily, very technical thing very easily, because there is no 10th question in this. Within these 9 questions, 7 will come in the exam, and you have attempt 4 or 5. You are done. And in a virtual world, everything is writing. Every single thing is writing. Email, that's writing. Report, that's writing. Content, that's writing. Blogs, that's writing. Proposal, that's writing. You people always ask for the proposals, right? That's writing. Proposal writing is a big time domain. And I don't know how many of you are still following this. I still see an email from more than, I will say, 70% of colleges starting with addressing to me, dear Saurabh ma'am. So I myself got confused whether I'm sir or ma'am, or they don't know whether I'm sir or ma'am. When you are addressing a mail to me, why you are writing a mail, dear sir ma'am? So this is where session on technical writing and email writing will help all of you. So that's something you all of you need, right? And then only then you can take back to students, not before that. Second thing is, in the groundwork, use mix of audio, video, PPT, online links, right? Dr. Anshu and Amandeep already mentioned this part, right? You will not see audio, video, and online links in my particular session, right? You may, many of us is thinking, right? You are just preaching, not practicing. But when it's extended training, for me, it's both, because I cannot keep the audience engaged for longer period. Here, all of you are for a purpose, right? We know it's very short duration. Within short duration, we'll try to cover maximum things, so that, and this is the where I don't need to engage you, because you yourself want to understand these things, right? More than me, you people are interested in this part, right? But had it been a 3 hour or 4 or 5 hour session, then all these things will come in my session also. Self practice, this is very important element. Once you are deck, all of you are comfortable with the term deck, DECK, deck. What is this? Or any of you want to know what is deck? I use the term deck. So the PPT which we create, we call it very important element, and so we call the PPT content as a deck. The deck you have created, right? This deck you should practice in advance. How much time are you actually taking to cover the content? Just like Dr. Mandeep was saying, right? She created the content, but she was not able to cover in the prescribed time because of multiple challenges. Okay, suppose you created a deck of 30 slides or 40 slides or 50 slides. Based on the time availability with you, will you be able to cover that much slides in your teaching, in your class? This is what you should practice. Okay, I'll cover more details on this part, so don't worry. It should not be 75% of actual time. If your session is of say 1 hour, you should not take more than 45 minutes to complete the content. 15%, the 15 minutes you should keep for networking issues, Q&A, right? Some disturbance will be there. All these things you need to manage. So you should be able to complete that tag at the most within 75% of the actual time that you have. That's the practice you need to do well in advance. Share agenda and topics in advance, at least one day, not 1 month or 2 months back. In August, we are going to cover this. Don't send the mail this today. Nobody is tracking with that. Just between 2 to 4 days is the ideal time. Between 2 to 4 days, so that uh, at least some of the students can refer to those links. 90% may not, but because of this, the 10% students who are actually covering, who are interested, they also miss out because we start thinking, yeah, only for 10%, why should I invest my time? Think this way, those 10% will bring majority with you over a period of time. But if you ignore those 10% also, then you will never be able to capture the remaining 90%. Share agenda topics well in advance. Okay, provide some of the links for the reading which they can do before the session. You can provide those things. Check the infra technical and network support. I'm sure all of you must have been seeing the group formation by Dr. Vishal. He is regularly following up with all of you. Download this, technical issues, this, report me, check with me. That's what he's been doing. And just the timing part. He never created the group 1 month back. Just right on time. The time when your interest level is increasing. Had he created a group 1 week or 7 or 10 days back, most of you might have lost interest by today itself. So timing is very important, right? So check the infra technical network issues just a day or two before, not well in advance. Okay, just like he conducted demo classes. So same way you should be experimenting with your students because not every single student is ready for the online sessions. You must take a trial class with them so that you can check and help them to resolve their technical issues. Another thing is set norms. Anybody can help me understand any of the rules for today's online session for this FDP? Any one rule for this FDP which Dr. Vishal have been repeatedly posting? Any one rule? Mic should be mute. Great. Mute. Anything else? Okay. Webcam is optional part. Webcam is optional part. Questions at the end. Timely reporting. Attendance is must before time. Right? These are the rules that you also need to set for your classrooms. If you are not doing, please do that. All these things with this groundwork, students get charged up, they get engaged, and icing on the cake, ask student volunteers to help each other. Ask student volunteers to help each other. This way you will get more engagement of the students. Don't try to resolve every single issue on your own. Right? And that's how you engage the students even before starting the class. And my experience is when you start assigning them activities and tasks, they feel much responsible and most of them do very diligently. Most of the students are very particular about the ownership that they take. Ex- right? I use the term exploit. Why? More you exploit them, better it will be for them and you. They are the one who must be put on the fire to a limit. Till the limit, they don't feel the heat part. Otherwise, the learning will not happen. Learning starts when the heating starts. Before that, no learning starts. Okay, so these are some of the groundwork that you should be doing for your sessions. Then, just like you mentioned, be on time, right? With questions, motivation, and encouragement, right? With rewards and recognition. How are you going to give the online rewards? Any of you experimented that? How do you motivate and encourage the students during online session? What are you experimenting as of now? Dr. Savita or Dr. Samiksha? What all are you doing
Hello.
to encourage? Yeah, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, Dr. Savita.
Hello. Yes, sir. Yes. It is engaging students is a best practice we have to go on. What I have practiced is I'll just go on with the students what I have to sessionally handled and how it has to be involved in the students engaged personality. See, whenever we want to have a class session, we just not have to be on content based. It
Hmm.
has to be an humanity also, and it has to be an engaged with every person. Every eye contact of the person has to be done.
Hmm.
Mostly, I want to go on with online, not online, but I want to go on with the classroom teaching. That is what I prefer.
Good.
But today it is a very innovative session. The
Okay.
thing is, what I have to go on is here I am in a rural area. Here
Hmm.
technology cannot be enhanced to all the students. So whoever is available and whoever can be able to do work on it, I go on with them. And now also I'm going with the persons who's engaged. My third year student. He has designed the content of my quiz competition. So this
Good.
is an opportunity where we give for the students and they will learn. We have to give a platform. That's all. We not to need to go on with the teaching only.
Absolutely.
That is what
Absolutely.
I need to say in this. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You need to provide the platform. So there is someone with the name
Yes.
Lenovo. There is someone with the name Lenovo who, if that person can unmute himself or herself, so praising them by calling names. So who is that person? Okay, so do we have anyone with the name Lenovo online? Okay. So I think this is one of the best points which I like, praising them by taking names. So thank you, Lenovo, whoever you are. And in case you can unmute, it will be great. Uh, okay, this is one of the things which you should be doing. Rewards and recognition. That's how the recognition starts. At least you cannot give the physical candies. No colleges has the budget. Start giving virtual candies here, right? It doesn't cost anything. Start giving virtual candies. Okay. So the definition of candy may differ for each class, for each group. Figure out the candies that you can. Okay. So these are the things by calling out names. And the only thing which you should be doing this part, never ever keep calling out the same name repeatedly. And most of you understand why. Right? Yeah, Savita means eye contact, because not everybody may have access to the webcam. So things may not work well for everybody. Yes, Lenovo is. Are you unmuting yourself? No worries. No need to say sorry. Absolutely, Akansha. This is what it is all about. You nailed it. So Rahul, very good point. And so I really like this particular point one. And just like Selvaraj and right, they understand what, not you, but everybody understand why not to re- repeat the same names. Okay, since you know the students, rather call out the name of the people who you know they will not be coming up on their own. Okay, but not every other time, because at times, so you may have to even pull them or push them, or I don't know you what you may have to do to ensure that they answer. Okay, so keep all these things in mind for all these activities part. Okay, so content creation, this is something very important. I've covered few more points for this part. Mix of graphics, text, charts, text. There you right. You all of you. That's what I said, right? You just need tips. You just need mentoring. You don't need hand holding. All of you are that mature. Rather, I end up learning many times from you guys. Most of the times, I end up learning, and that's the reason I'm always there for all these sessions. And I have changed a lot after conducting these sessions. Okay, so avoid paragraphs. I have seen many of you write complete paragraph in the content. Please don't do that. If student is expected to read a paragraph, share the content. Why you have to do that? Don't write complete paragraph. Use list, numbers, bulleted. Any of you know the difference between the two? When you should use the numbered list, when you should you use the bulleted list? Any of you? Which can be used when? And this is what we teach in the technical writing. Whether you should use a numbered list, a bulleted list, what font size, what color, all these things we cover in the technical writing, right? Where to use graphics, where to use charts and tables. No, Dr. Mandi, it is not the priority assignment. It is not the thing. So that maybe I'm sure you will immediately Google out and figure out on the on this aspect. Okay, number or sequence form of information. There you go. So how do I pronounce? Uh, Masoom Handike. Am I correct? That's how you pronounce?
Yes, sir. Mosum Hendik.
Very good point.
Yes, sir.
Numbers are sequence, an ordered list of information. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Very good
Yes.
point. When sequence is important, very true, Mushir. When sequence is important, the ordering is important, then we use the numbering part. There are few more elements, but this is one of the cases, right? No,
Yes, sir.
numbered are
Yes, sir.
not
Yes, sir.
subparts. So these guys are not. This is not the case. Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
ordering sequence, when these things are important, then numbered comes. Okay. So this is one of the
Yes, sir.
examples. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Devi. Okay. How many slides you want to have? Right. We just discussed, right? Usually, how many slides you cover in 1 hour session? How many? 15, 12.
Hello.
Yeah.
Am I audible? I would like to share something regarding this.
Go ahead.
One thing is when we make slides, it's only a cursor for the speaker. And if you have any pictorial depiction to do, then that is what we put on slides. So maximum number of slides, one slide, we can speak about one slide for 15-20 minutes also, where we just have points that are pointers to us about what is it that we are discussing. Or if we are engaging a class, it could be visual things or graphs or differences that we outline. So that can be there.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yeah,
What is your name, ma'am?
that I am Lakshmi,
So, Lakshmi ji,
KPL.
very,
Yes.
very important point. Very, and this is the hands-on practical part, right? It all depends on the content that you are sharing. Okay, if it's maybe one slide, you reminded me of a very good example. I still recall there was a corporate training going on, and there was for all those who are from computers background here, they might be knowing at least agile and scrum terms. Okay, so there is a thing called scrum framework, and that was only one slide. And most of the participants were saying, Rajiv, we already know all these things part. You already need 5 minutes to complete this particular deck. And on that one slide of scrum framework, even after 2 hours, we could not conclude. Only one slide,
Yes.
right? So very important point, Lakshmi, very important point. Okay, so most of you mentioned like 10, 20, 15, 30, lot many slides. That's too much. Okay, especially if it's a topic where you have to explain things in detail, then it should not be more than 10 slides. 10 is the maximum limit where you have to explain. If it's a mix of graphics and all things where you know the students already know the basics part and you just have to brush up the things, then it can go up to 20, right? This is 10 to 20 depending on the number of text, but there are exceptions also. Just like Lakshmi shared, on one slides can last for
Content
20 minutes.
based.
Yeah, it depends. It depends.
Yes.
But ideal variation is 10, minimum 10, maximum 20. It should not be more than 20 by any means for 1 hour session. That's the maximum limit. That, right? Ideal is 10 to 12 per hour. 10 to 12 slides per hour. This is the average. Yes, it can be 5 also. It can be, right, depending on the various factors. But ideal is that 10 to 12. Comes the look and feel. Font size, right? What is your font size of your 10, 12, 14, 16? What font size you keep of your deck? 12, 20, 12, 12. Any guesses what will be my font size? Any guesses?
18.
Yes. So the font size which I use 20, 24, 28, 36. None of the content in my deck is less than 20. And I'm sure you must be able to relate the difference. With 12, 10, 14, 16, the slide will look very heavy of content. If you compare with my particular slides. Yes, Nitish, right? So mine is 20 onwards, 20, 24, 28. 20 is the least possible size in my slides. This way, you give room to the content and you will not write the paragraphs. Okay. And again, for content creation, knowledge of technical writing will help you. If you are not aware how this thing, maybe we can conduct a session on that also in some other time. Always have the agenda and recap slides. What is it that you're going to cover and what is it that you covered after the session? This will ensure the repetition and the keywords that you want to repeat so that students take away at least some of the points, if not everything.
It's a
Somebody unmuting for a question? Nilofer, do you have any questions? Yeah, Vaishali. This is what the ask is, right? Now, any questions on this particular slide? Content creation. Mausamji, I don't prefer hyperlinks in the online part.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, let me tell you the reason also.
Yes,
Why? Because you are displaying, they will not be able to click. Only when you share the content, they will be able to click.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I'm getting.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's the reason we don't prefer the hyperlink part.
Okay, sir.
okay, sir.
But if you are sharing the content with them, then you can give the hyperlinks part.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When to use number? So, this, I think awesome, and there is one more person already shared, right?
Hello,
It's an
Yes.
ordering and
hello,
sequence part. Yes, please go ahead.
sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is Savita.
Yeah.
So this content creation, you have given all the content whatever we have to follow for creating a content. Why can't you have a timing also in this? If a topic is chosen, you have to follow all the specific individual items what you have given. It is a very good information you have given, but why could not add this time also with this? If a topic is chosen, it
You
has to
can.
be 20 slides you have said, and font size is 24. And why can't you have this timing also included with this? Any idea about that, sir?
Dr. Savita,
Yes, sir.
if you recall in the previous slide, 75% of the actual time, self-practice as per timing. These 2 points I
yes.
already shared in the previous one. Okay?
Yes, yes. It is a
And-
groundwork what we have done.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Actually, content creation is also part of the groundwork.
Yes, that is what. But it is the main, I am mentioning it, it is a main concern we have to see.
No. It's not a concern. What I'm saying is
Okay.
the same
Yes.
point we covered in this the previous
Yes.
slide. Okay.
Okay.
Now, here
Okay.
my focus was only on the content creation because I
Okay.
assume timing is already taken care of. Okay. And
Okay.
to refine your further point, yes.
Okay.
uh,
Yes.
but that point you should keep in the notes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. The point which you are referring to.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So this is very important for Dr. Savita. So
Yes,
for
sir.
others, if the question is not clear, what Dr.
Yes,
Savita is referring that why should we not mention the time that you are going to spend on this particular slide? So
Yes.
these many people do these kind of activities, and but in the note section they write this much of time I will be spending on this particular slide.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
That's how many people do this. Okay. So that's how in the content part. Thank you, Dr. Savita, for reminding me this again. Dr. Khilesh saying we can have good animation in a slide. Yes, you can have anything to everything, right? But keep in mind it should not look kiddish because students are mature these days. Okay, so recently I remember one of the session I was attending. Their transition from one slide to another, they kept the audio part, which students used to do when they were in class 1 and 2. Okay, so keep in mind that your presentation look professional. That's the only thing you need to keep in mind. Okay, so and what all you need to do during the session when the presentation is actually going on, engage the students. I think we have discussed this multiple times, right? Few more things in the engagement students. Icebreaker options. Start the session with questions. Start, right? their preparedness. If you have shared the links, if you have asked them to read something, start asking, has anybody done the groundwork? Anybody has any questions? Anybody want to share his or her learning experiences or whatever they learned? This way, you start engaging the students in the very first minute. But yes, there will be students who will be lost for this also. And this is where the point which I think Dr. Amandip mentioned, start calling out their names, right? Not by saying that who else has done, by bringing some laughter, right? So, Dr. Amandip, if I can use your name also only for this, only this part. So maybe, so Dr. Amandip, I'm sure you must have not read the content which I've shared with you. Okay, that's how, right? So when will you have the time to read my content? Okay, I'm sure you must be very busy in the movie and all, right? यार कभी हमारे भी टाइम निकालो तो जो लिंक हम शेयर करते हैं हम कभी वो भी पढ़ लिया करो आप. Bring the fun, bring the laughter in the classroom. Some of you already mentioned this part, right? Bring the positivity in the environment. Find out the ways. Again, going back to what Dr. Yogesh started with, experiment, innovate, experiment. For you, online session is also an experimentation. Something which worked for me may not work for Dr. Savita. Something which worked for Dr. Savita may not work with Sumitra. Something which worked for Sumitra may not work with Dr. Anupam. Because each student is different. Forget about class. Each student is different. Okay, make them feel relaxed. Revisit the rules, just like we started that. Set the rules. Dr. Vishal established the rules of attending the session, but he still keep repeating the rules. Revisit the rules. Yes, Dr. Ravish, the fun element is very important, and that is the way to engage the students. That is the only way to engage students. Otherwise, nobody has time for anyone. Share the plan, that what are you going to do, right? Maybe in next 1 week we are going to cover this part, right? We'll have this many sessions, we'll have this part. What is the approach that you're going to follow for that particular topic? Okay, ask them if they have any better idea suggestions. Ask students if they have any better idea suggestions, right? If they want to experiment, if they want to innovate something. That's how you engage. And be very open, right? You will not have time to cover each and everything. Any volunteers who want to help me out, and see the list, even if it's one, start with that one. That one can bring masses. There is a very common saying in Hindi, अकेला चना भाड़ नहीं फोड़ सकता. अकेला चना इतनी भीड़ इकट्ठी कर लेगा कि वो जितने मर्जी भाड़ फोड़ सकता है. Right? For those who don't understand Hindi, I don't know how to explain this in English. If anybody can help me out in this part. Right? So that's how you do it, right? Yes, Sumitra, this is right. Just look for engaging the students, but please ensure do not focus on the same student repeatedly. Even if one person is trying to answer repeatedly, ask the person to stop and give chance to every single person in your class. Otherwise, you know better than me what will happen. Okay. So any questions on sharing the plan part or on the during the session? Any more things you want to discuss on this? Okay, moving on. Few more things on engaging students, asking questions, call out names, bring humor, laughter, and a blended approach. Right? It's not that everything happen online or everything happen in person. Blend the two. Your occasional call can bring the change. Your occasional WhatsApp of the limits. The moment you try to indulge in this kind of conversation, students start behaving inappropriately, and they try to take liberty also. So make sure your thin line is drawn before you engage or indulge other kind of activities. Right? That message must be crystal clear in the heads of the students that you are their teacher, you are their guru. You are not the one who can be taken for granted. Yes, Pushpanjali, united we stand, and thank you, Anilji, for phasing this out. Alone Graham can't bust the one. Right, thank you for this part. Okay. We discussed the content creation part. Okay, I think I missed it. Number of slides, how much content on each slide, effective use, look, feel, knowledge of technical writing helps. And after the session, recap. Any of you does this activity part, recap? And okay, Dr. Harshita, Anshu, Marikanu. So let's go to Rashmi this time. Rashmi, would you like to unmute yourself and share how you recap?
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
Sir, once we finish the session, what I will do is I will do the revision part, whatever I have done. Before starting the session, I'll be doing the revision part, whatever I've done in the previous classes. So after the end of the session, I'll be doing once again the revision part, whatever we have done. That's how I'm practicing it, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Any of you who is doing differently, what Rashmi has just shared, any of you who is doing differently, can you please share in the chat box, and accordingly I'll call up the name of the individual whom I want to ask this time. So Rashmi has just shared how she is doing the recap part. Any of you doing it differently? Any of the participants? Sure, Dr. Harshita, I'll see if I can. In the end, if I get some time, I'll try. Remind me after when the session is over. Okay, Dr. Anshu, this is what I was looking forward to. So Dr. Anshu said, I asked students to share what they learned or what we discussed. This is another way of recapping. Okay, keep changing your approach all the time, and also ensure the same rule which I shared previously. Keep rotating the students. Don't ask the same students to recap the things. Call out the names and ask those individuals to do the recapping. Yes, Nishant, right? So, Amarjit, good points. Okay, so all these things actually help. Giving how today's topic, very good, right? So maybe asking the practical part, right, how they can relate today's session to their any particular environment, asking them. So all these things are different ways to engage students. Ask 2-3 candidates to summarize the topics, ask for their understanding, anything they want you to explain again. Share the task, right? Always give some of the activities, right? And keep it that not even 10% will pay attention to the activities that you're going to give. But when you encourage those 10 students, your numbers may increase gradually. Right, Jyoti? Okay. Provide alternate ways to ask questions, acknowledgement, right? Ask for the feedback, right? If you ask for the feedback, how was it? But don't say close-ended questions, right? What else they want you to improve, right? They are the best audience for you. Check their feedback. Instead of taking feedback from me or some expert, they are your audience. Ask for their feedback which you can implement and which help you to change your approach of teaching. Yeah, Vaishali, very good element. And I think you can share this publicly. This is a very good thing. So Vaishali mentioned that she some games due to the course session part. She's a very good thing. So these things, again, you are innovating, you're experimenting different ways to engage students, right? So very good point. Yes, Mita. All these things are things that you should try. And final tips: be agile. Any one of you who can help me interpret this first point? Bring agility, inspect, introspect, retrospect, and adapt. So Akanksha, maybe you need to check it your end because it is audible for all. So anyone who want me to interpret the first point, what is your interpretation or understanding of the first point? Bring agility in your ways of teaching. Quick and responsive. That's your understanding. I'm not talking about only agile. All the 4 points. Inspect, introspect, retrospect, adapt. Inspect what you did. Okay. And I'm assuming most of you are from computers background. If you're from computers background, you must be knowing agile ways of working. If you know agile ways of working, you must be knowing all these things part. And if you don't know agile ways of working, this is the first topic you should bring in your college in the next semester as the first thing. Agile is the ways of working in entire IT world. Organizations are investing heavily in terms of agile ways of working. Okay, just by reading agile values and principles, you will not be able to make anyone agile. Agile is the next big thing. All students should participate and try to accept your flaws and improve. Dr. Harshita. Okay. So, Dr. Harshita, will you please unmute yourself?
Good morning, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Yeah, please help me in 1 minute interpret your understanding of this. Bring agility, inspect, introspect, retrospect, and adapt.
Sir, according to me, every one of us is trying to learn and trying to teach in a better way to students because all of us are new to this online environment. Many of us are
Mhm.
new to this environment. So, according to me, I think we should try to inspect what content we are delivering so that we can improve, so that we can get their feedback and improve accordingly. And the adaptation of what students are facing the problems, I think that is the most important and that is the basis of agile way of working.
Mhm.
That
Okay.
was all what I
Okay.
got.
So, yeah, thanks, Dr. Rashida. Thank you so much. Any of you want to add any points in what Dr. Rashida said? Learn presentation to be, will presentation be shared? Yes, it will be shared, Nagarjunaji. Don't worry about that. Ability and willingness to learn from experience, try something new through feedbacks, TQM. Okay, so let me rephrase some of the points. Inspection, as Dr. Rashida was mentioning, right? What is done in past? So you can set a particular duration, maybe in last 2 weeks, what all you have done in the class in last 2 weeks. Introspect. introspection is the self part, not you're not including anyone, right? Check your own thing, right? Are you okay with it? Were you do you think students were engaged? Do you think you need to change the approach? Right? Do all this groundwork, introspection part. Then come the retrospection. Once you're done with the introspection, invite the students to share their feedback, but don't do it on a platform. Because if you do the retrospection on a platform, things may go haywire as they are not sensitive enough to understand this part. And this can be taken wrongly. So call out some of your trusted students to take their feedback differently. So you figure out where you need to improve. And once you have the inspection, introspection, and retrospection part, accordingly see what is it that you need to change in next 2 weeks. Yes, repeat the best practices. Very rightly said. Repeat the best practices and figure out where you need to improve. Dr. Mani Shekara. Right. Thank you so much for this. Yes, Dr. Savita, this is another point, right? But again, you have to be very cautious and handle this very uh, um, what do you say, right? Very differently, because students are not mature enough to give the feedback to the students, also to the faculty members. Very few students are mature enough to give the feedback. Okay, so you have to be very cautious, and this is another element which I recommend to the academicians. Maybe as a team of your own college. Okay, you can invite me for this particular thing if you are not figure out. All the teachers should meet quite often. Okay, I will tell you what you should be doing, how you should be meeting. Okay, meet regularly, share your experiences, share the best part, share the challenges part, and work together what you can do differently in the next 2 weeks, and make this activity as a periodic one, not a one-time activity. And if you are looking for a moderator or facilitator for the first time, I can help you in that for your specific college. I can help you conduct one session which you can follow up later on with your own staff without my help. Okay, so that's how the be agile and bring the blended learning element to bring the change in your ways of teaching, how to use technology effectively, how to engage the audience, how to customize your approach, keeping your students in mind. So, anyone who want me to recap all this thing in detail? Any volunteers in the group who has not spoken even once? I'll prefer those, or who has not shared anything in the chat. Those who have not shared anything in the chat, unfortunately, I'll not be able to track who has shared. So who has not shared anything in chat, my first preference is that individual. Second preference is those who have not spoken. So any volunteers, those who have not shared anything in the chat, who want me to help recap today's session? Okay. So then Amandeep ji, would you like to recap for me? Amandeep Singh. Amandeep ji, would you like to help me?
Yes, am I audible?
Yes, you are, but there is a
So
bit of
did you ask me or you asked somebody else? I think there is
uh,
also another Amandeep in the group.
the name was showing as Amandeep Singh.
Yes. Okay, here's the other person.
Okay, maybe you can continue then. Let's continue with you, Dr. Amandeep.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Okay, so I think this was really a very insightful session for all of us. Like we all really discussed that how we have to deliver the teaching online, what is the effect, what are the challenges that we all are facing in virtual teaching. And obviously we have also understood what were our expectations, that how we have to, get with it, and what were the key challenges. And the agenda was regarding, it was also regarding online teaching approaches that have to be followed, like what we have to do before the session, during the session, and what have to be done after the session as well. And obviously, the entire focus should be on the content and engagement of the students. If we are well good with our content, the presentations, if we are using for say presentations in order to deliver our content, and if all those presentations they are good enough, and obviously, as sir mentioned, that the maximum number of slides that we should include in our presentation, there should be only 20, or I think 15 or 20, 20. Yes, and minimum they should be 5 to 10. Then accordingly, in those slides only, we should complete our content. And again, on the same side, engagement of students is very, very important, right? We should have a branded approach, right? Engagement, it could be like we could also ask the students by calling out their names, right? We can also engage them by just getting a bit informal with them. But again, we have to make sure that that thin line is always maintained, right? And the tips that you gave us regarding branded learning, and in the end, it was really very valuable for us, that we have to include agility in our teaching system. Like
Right.
we should be able to get the feedback from the students, and also that yes, it should not be taken on a platform, like that should be taken some confidently from some students, and accordingly we should plan our content according to that. We should inculcate all those changes, and we should come with the new type of a content that will be suitable for the students.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Amandeep. Thank you so much for helping me out. Yeah, so before taking up the questions which are in the chat window, let me just finish a few things and then I will come back to the questions part. Thank you so much once again, Dr. Samandeep. Okay, so as we have already covered the what all things you should keep in mind for your respective teaching, okay, how you can customize your content, how you can bring the blended approach, and the focus is the content and engagement, customization, and the agility part. Okay. For this also, some of you may even have to work on your communication aspect, right? I have noticed that some of the faculty members are only good when they're into the classroom. They are not comfortable even speaking the same way online, because they want somebody in front of them to even speak out the thing that they want. Okay, so for this there are multiple scenarios, right? Maybe initially you can ask them to have the videos on, or maybe what some of the teachers used to do, they used to keep the pictures of the students in front of them, right? If they don't have the webcam options, they used to keep the pictures of the students also, because that's how you are habitual. You will not change in a day, because if you are from last 20 years teaching your in the classroom, not in a day you will get accustomed to it. You will take time to transition, and the college management also need to understand the transition is not switch on and switch off, right? It's not that I can say from last 20 years you were doing this part, from tomorrow you start doing the same thing, and the efficiency has to be same. It cannot be same. Initially it may reduce, but over a period of time it will gradually improve. And this is where again where agility comes into the picture, bringing the agility in the real environment. Okay, that's what you need to do. Okay, Some other questions, Dr. Vishal, if I can take up. One is, any good courses on content writing, Dr. Varnika? Yes, there are many online courses on content writing, ranging from 10,000 to 1 lakh rupees. Okay, and I'm planning to start these courses at rupees 100 very soon. If you are part of my fdp.mdb group, you will come to know on the technical writing part. I'm planning to start on rupees 100 very soon. Okay, and the present will be shared by Dr. Vishal very soon, Dr. Manisha. When we call the students, if he or she did not answer, how to handle it. So, Sampadaji, this is beyond the scope of this particular session, but still I can share tips. If you can reach me offline, I'll try to address this part. Okay, so Dr. Harshita reminded me of the programming practical part. So tips which are shared are very much practical part, because this is what I've been experimenting and with the classroom across the globes. In the programming part, this is much easier, right? But in the programming part, problem is not all the students want to be a programmer. They have taken the programming class because of some peer pressure, right? They have opted for B, BTech, CS, CSIT because of the pressure, not because of the interest.
Tell madam, please mute your mic. Ustam sir, can you please help me to mute the mic?
Okay, so coming to the programming aspect, if the students are engaged with you, you do theory part, you do the program practical part, you do the game part, you do the fun part. They will be with you in everything, right? And why programming is boring for the students and it is getting further boring into the online part? Because they have not opted for programming because of their interest, but because of the peer pressure or of the family pressure or the parental pressure. Okay, now how you make the programming interesting is the step 2. Because if it's the practical aspect, every single person will be engaged. If it's only about the basics of 1, 2, 3, they will not be engaged with you. So start with the practical part, link the practical to the real world, and then come to theory. Just see, if I start teaching you agile in a fashion which others are teaching, I walk you through a deck of that this is agile values, agile principles, and it becomes boring. What if I start with how to bring agility in education, where you start sharing your own experiences, and then I gradually take you to the theoretical part also, how theory is linked to the practical part. That's how you relate these things. Yes, Dr. On the
Hello.
database, so long back, I wrote a book on Oracle 8. I think it was almost 20 years back, right? And I used to really enjoy this the database PL SQL things. It was in 2001. 19 years back, I wrote the book on Oracle 8. So you reminded me of good old days of this part. Okay, thank you so much to all of you. Somebody was asking question. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, and if there is any one learning that you want to share which you had in today's session, I'll be happy if you can type in the chat window. It will help me. And also, what else you are looking forward to in future session, so that I can incorporate those things. So for me also, it's about inspecting and adapting, and including further. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Vishal, once again for providing me this platform. Thank you so much, Dr. Huda, and special thanks to Dr. Yogesh for setting the context very rightly. And now it's time for all of you to start experimenting, start innovating, and bring the experimentation culture in your students, so that no recruiter can come to your college and say your students are not innovative. Set that tone and bring the change. Thank you so much, all of you. Now, any questions? I can take up few more We have few minutes.
Sir, I have also shared the FDP MDP group at the chat list so
Yeah,
that
thank
other people can also connect with us on the social network and
Yeah.
share their experience, what they have learned or what they are going to implement in the teaching in their future. So
Excellent. Thank you so much.
FDP.MDP is a very wonderful platform because I am seeing it since last 2016 when there was a few members. Now it is an army of near about 8 to 9,000 members,
Yes.
and it is a very effective platform. So all are requested to join that group and share your experience. You can share the upcoming event details also, which you are going to organize in your colleges. And it is great privilege that Rajiv sir accept my request on just your SMS always. I just pinged him, sir. I would like to conduct a one session at first session of the FDP. Mostly, I scheduled his first session only because he taught us how to make effective virtual teaching learning system. So that was a wonderful session as always. It is great privilege to have you in our this program also, sir, and would like to connect with you in all near future programs also, sir. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Thank you
If
so
you have
much,
any,
Shaulji.
if
Thank you
I,
so much.
yes, if you have any questions, you can discuss on the chat window. Otherwise, you can connect with him on the social networks, and I am sure you will get the query within a 2 hours. That is my experience. That is my experience. You will receive yes or no. You will confirm. You will receive the response confirmly, either yes or no, in a 2 hours, either WhatsApp or a Facebook.
Thank you
Thank you
so
very
much.
much, sir.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
sir.
very much.
And thank you so much, all the participants, for having me and giving your attention. And let's work together to bring the change in our education system. Thank you so much, and have a great FDP session ahead. And all the very best to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. So now I request all the participants to proceed for the lunch at your home, and we will meet at 1:45. After that, we have two speakers in the next program, Dr. Arun Prakash Agarwal and Dr. Ankur Chaudhary from the Sharda University. So I request you all to please join back by 1:45 so that we will start the session by 2 p.m. sharp. Thank you. With the same ID, there is no change in the meeting ID.